My name is Faye and I'm a dancer at National Dance Company Wales. Today we are going to do a short little dance workshop session, and it is inspired by this piece that is called 2067 Time and Time and Time by Alexandra Waierstall, a choreographer from Germany. Now we're going to do a short little session and it's kind of inspired by the piece, and it's a little taste of what we dancers do creatively and physically in the studio when we go to work and make performances. So before we start diving into the creative stuff and the piece and the workshop we're going to do, first we are going to have to warm up our bodies. Alright, so what I want you to do is just make sure that the space around you is clear. I'm going to move this stool away. Make sure that there are no wires on the floor. Make sure that if the floor is slippery, that you don't have any socks on. No carpets that can move from under your feet. Okay. If you're not ready yet and you need to prepare your space, if you want to get changed into something more comfortable, feel free to just pause this video and go ahead. Alright, and when you're ready. First, we are going to imagine that there is a pencil on the tip of our noses. So as if we are drawing a picture or scribble in the air with the pencil. We're going to move our heads around. So really imagine like you've got this pencil on the tip of your nose and you are drawing around the space as if the air is a piece of paper or a piece of canvas. And if you find yourself drawing circles again and again and again, break it up and try to do lots of different little scribbles or squares or a triangle. And when you feel like it, you can make these shapes or these patterns bigger as well. Whew. And small scribbles and big scribbles all around you, as if you are just surrounded by lots and lots and lots of paper. Like you're in a hamster ball, and it's all around you. Down, up, right, left, all around you. Okay? And you can remove that pencil. And now, imagine that there are two pencils on the tips of your shoulders. And you are doing the same thing. You are drawing in the space with both of these pencils. You can draw the same pattern with both of your shoulders, or you can try to do a little bit, you know, one of these things? Kind of a tongue twister, but for your body. So instead of doing the same pattern on both sides, you can sort of mix it up a little bit. See, you can do a circle with your right shoulder and a line with your left shoulder. I don't even know if I can do it. And just see how crazy you can go and what kind of different patterns you can create. Good. And we're going to remove those pencils from our shoulders. Now we're going to have a pencil on each of our elbows. So as in there's one right there and right there. And you don't have to hold it up like this, but just you can allow your arms to let loose if you would like. But just imagine that the pencils are always there, and you can also use your eyes to see what kinds of patterns you are drawing all over the space. Maybe if you have a TV or a plant or something else in the room that you would like to draw, you can imagine I'm drawing the sofa with my elbow. I'm drawing the TV with my elbow. See how many different patterns you can do. Can you draw it low down here? Can you draw it really high up there? Yeah? And remove those pencils. Now, pencils on your wrists. Both wrists. And again, see if you can try not to, if you want to do it, you can do it the same on both sides, or you can try to mix it up by doing lots of different little scribbles, kind of giving your mind a little bit of an exercise as well. See if you can make it symmetrical, so the same on both sides, or you can do it differently on both sides as well. And fade it out, and now we have a pencil on our tailbone. So as if the pencil is like your tail, like you're an animal. And we're going to, you guessed it, draw all around the space with that one pencil. So of course, be careful, don't run around without looking and hit something, but just kind of imagine, just like you did, you know, with your head, with your elbows, with your shoulders, the same thing with your tail. And that's probably why it's called the tailbone, because animals have their tails coming out from that area. And fade it out, and now we have two pencils on the tips of our knees. So you can draw one picture at a time using one knee, or you can do them both at a time. It might make your legs feel a little bit like noodles, but that's okay. It's all about just exploring and trying to make all these different patterns. See if you can draw it low, or draw it up as high as you can. And fade it out. I think the last place that we're going to have the pencils are on our feet. So imagining one pencil here and one pencil coming out here. And you guessed it, we draw it around the space. Now you can imagine that your floor is one big piece of paper, and you are drawing all sorts of intricate different patterns all over your floor with however much space you have. They can be a small picture, they can be big pictures. And of course you can bring these pencils up off the floor, drawing in the air. And let's all have only the pencil on our left foot. So remove the pencil from your right foot and have the pencil on your left foot, and see how many different shapes you can do while being on one leg. It's a test of your balance as well. And switching sides. So you're coming onto your other leg to balance on it, and now we have a pencil on our right leg. Drawing it in the space, on the floor, a little bit higher if you wish, just for a little bit. Be careful not to fall over on any of your furniture. If you have to, put your leg down. If not, try a little balance. And fade it out. And now we are going to get onto a kind of a low level. Just about here, like in a crouch. I'm just gonna shake out our body a little bit. And we're gonna do the same, reaching upwards. Shake it out high, high up like you're reaching to the sky or the ceiling, or the sky beyond the ceiling. Shake it out, and shake it down low again. And shake it upwards. Alright, well done. I hope you are feeling a little bit more hot and warm, and now your bodies are ready to move for the next portion. Grab some water if you need to, and if not, I'll see you in a second for the next part. Alright, now that we've done our warm-up and our bodies are ready, we're going to move on to the creative section. So this section is based, as I said, off of a piece choreographed on us, the company dancers. And basically what happened was, a choreographer called Alexandra Waierstall came in to work with us, and on day one she brought in a poem. And this poem was titled 2067, and she wrote it a couple of years ago. And in the poem she imagines a future, the future of 2067, the year 2067. So I don't know how old you'll be in 2067, but I'll be in my 70s. And when you think of the future, what do you think of? Spaceships, probably jetpacks, hovering cars, machines everywhere. That's not the kind of future that 2067, that the poem is about. What the poem is trying to capture is more of an atmosphere, the atmosphere of the future. So, for example, when you stand on a field, it could be bright and sunny, or it could be dark and cold. Or you can imagine an atmosphere of a place that you always go to, or a place that you're familiar with, a place that you love going to all the time. You know, it could be a very busy city, crowded area. It could be a very peaceful, small, cozy space. So 2067 is about all these atmospheres. What is the atmosphere of the future? So during this creative workshop, you can start to think about your favorite areas or certain atmospheres, places that you're familiar with. What is the light like? What is the temperature like? You know, is there wind? Is it noisy? Is it very quiet? Is it dark? Is it bright? Is it warm or is it cold? All these things. So wherever you are right now, I'm in my living room. But allow the poem to bring your imagination to wherever you want to be, wherever you want to imagine yourself to be. So now I'm going to teach you some movements inspired by the text in the poem. I'm going to say the text while I teach the movements. Feel free to join in once you get more familiar with the text, or you can just follow along with the movement. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is find out where north, south, east and west is. Because the very first line in this poem is called facing north. If you can't manage to do it, don't worry, you can just follow me. But if you want to find out where north, south, east, west is, you can click pause and find a compass or find somebody around you who can help you find out where the directions are. Okay? So we're going to begin. Facing north, that's the first line. My north is somewhere around here. Facing north. And the next line is temperature. So for temperature, we're going to raise our arms as if we're trying to lift up our skin, the skin on our arms. Temperature, the next line is rising to 40 degrees. So for rising to 40 degrees, we're going to push this heavy hot air upwards. Yeah, one more time. Facing north. Temperature, rising to 40 degrees. Okay? So, after rising to 40 degrees, the word is sweat. So, rising to 40 degrees, this hot, heavy air, sweat. You're going to feel the sweat on your neck while your knees bend lower and lower. Yeah? So, from rising to 40 degrees, sweat. We can make it as dramatic as you like. The next line is moving down, lying to cool on the icy floor. Whether or not your floor is icy, doesn't matter. If you can lie down on it, wonderful. If you can't, just get as close as possible to the floor. So after sweat, sweat. Moving down, lying to cool on the icy floor. So let's lie on our right side. The next line is little left finger. So we are going to raise our little left finger. Little left finger. You're going to raise it up, and as you do that, you sit up onto your bum. So you raise it up to the ceiling and you sit up. Little left finger. The next line is traveling a distance of 5 centimeters upwards. So we're going to do that by just doing this. Okay? So moving down, lying to cool on the icy floor. We're on the floor. Little left finger. Raise it up. Traveling a distance of 5 centimeters upwards. Okay? Let's go from the beginning, just to refresh our memories. So, from the beginning, facing north, temperature rising to 40 degrees, sweat, feel the sweat on your neck, and moving down, lying to cool on the icy floor. Little left finger. Traveling a distance of 5 centimeters upwards. Feel free to look upwards as well if you want. The next line is elbow. So 5 centimeters upwards, elbow. We're going to lift up our right elbow and come onto our right foot. Elbow. And the next word is responding. So we're going to do that by doing the same to the other side. And we're going to drop our right elbow as we do it. So, elbow, responding. Yeah, one more time from little left finger. So, little left finger. Traveling a distance of 5 centimeters upwards. Elbow, responding. Okay? And we're almost there, we're almost at the end. Responding. The next line is moving a distance of 1 meter and back. So, moving a distance of 1 meter and back. That's all. So you use your elbow to kind of measure out 1 meter and back. So we've got elbow, responding, moving a distance of 1 meter and back. And the next line is stand. So we're just going to stand. And the last line is facing east. So if you're facing north, all you have to do is kind of turn a quarter of a circle to your right, and that will be your east. Facing east. And that is the end of the phrase. So I'll just show you again from responding. So we've got elbow, responding, moving a distance of 1 meter and back, stand, facing east. Yep, and as you face east or stand or face north, feel free to kind of have a moment to imagine that you are in that place that you imagined earlier on, a big field or your favorite place, and just kind of imagine those sensations of the smell or the texture or the air that you are in. So let's do it all together one more time. Yeah. Facing north. Temperature rising to 40 degrees. Sweat. Moving down, lying to cool on the icy floor. Little left finger. Traveling a distance of 5 centimeters upwards. Elbow. Responding. moving a distance of 1 meter and back. Stand, facing east. Well done. I'm sure it was beautiful the way you did it, yeah? I hope you enjoyed that. Now we're going to do one last thing with the poem. So what's going to happen now is you're going to hear my voice speaking another part of the poem, and all you have to do is allow your body and your imagination to respond to the words that you hear. Simple as that. There is no right, there is no wrong. I just want you to hear the words and imagine whatever you want and allow your body to move however you like. This is called improvisation, and I can't stress enough, there is no right, there is no wrong. If you're doing it with somebody else, you might have two very different responses, and that's okay. I'm going to be doing it with you. Ready?
The light in the room changes. Hearing it coming. Wind. Creating movement. Standing still. Sounding like a freight train getting closer. Roaring sound. Deafening. All is shaking. Rumbling. Vibrating. The electricity goes off. Silence. Still. Untouched. The door opens. All I see is blue sky.
Wonderful. I'm sure that was marvelous, and thank you so much for improvising with me. I hope you enjoyed that, and if you want, you can rewind this video again. You can learn the choreography again if you want. You can do the improvisation again, and again, each time you do it, it could be unique, it could be different, you know? There is no right or wrong. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you Alexandra's full poem of 2067, and you can get somebody to read it out loud for you, or you can use it as inspiration for your own movements, your own creativity, and your own dancing. If you get someone to read it for you, you can get them to read it slow, or you can get them to read it fast. You can get different people to read it, you can get more than one person to read it, and allow that information to influence your movements and influence your imagination. So the possibilities are endless. You can use this poem and the text to give you lots of things to think about and lots of different ways your body can express itself. You are where you are, but you can use your imagination to transport yourself somewhere else for a few moments. If you are going to take a video of your own creative movement with the text and with the poem, please let us know. We'd love to see it. You can find us on our website, ndcwales.co.uk, and you can contact us that way. Or if you're on social media, you can mention us and find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. So please get in touch. We'd love to see if you do dance along to this poem. Thank you so much for dancing with me today, and I hope you enjoyed yourself.